So, you started a business, or you're thinking of starting a business that allows you to earn more income, right? And you're planning to do this on the side or full time. And chances are you're pulling from your existing strength, your existing skill set, right? You're probably from your professional career. And so that means that your business is focused on one niche. Now, here's the thing. We're all multi-passionate. I know you're multi-passionate. You have many different interests, right? You may be a finance expert, but then you're also into art, or you're also into cooking. And you may feel as if I have all these passions, and while I've created this business, it's at the expense of sacrificing all these other passions that I have. Now, there is a way for you to still embrace all your passions and pull them into your business. It's possible. You ready to find out? All right, let's go. Hey there, I'm Renee from Raw Branded, and I help aspiring entrepreneurs to package their unique story and genius into a brand and business that connects with their soulmate clients. So you have lots of talents, which is amazing. It's great to have lots of talent. It means that you're multifaceted. And you know what? I get it. In your 9-to-5 job, that probably works amazingly for you because you can wear multiple hats, right? And it means that you're producing work oftentimes faster because you're able to just knock out different areas, knock out different needs. And while that works really well in a 9-to-5 job, that doesn't translate so well in a business, okay? If you're behind the scenes, wearing multiple hats, doing different things, having lots of interests, that's great. That's ideal. That's what you need to run a business, and especially an online business. But when it comes to the service that you provide, if you are offering services that are vastly distinct, completely different, and there's no rhyme or reason how they work together, you're gonna lose your audience. Especially when you're starting out, no one knows you. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you. No one knows who you are. And so you need to provide your audience something to hook them, something to allow them to say, okay, I know you for this one thing. It's easier to digest one thing. That means, in terms of your passions, that you have to make it make sense. It has to make sense in your business. It has to be cohesive. And not to mention, if you're providing multiple services that have no rhyme or reason, you're gonna be stretched, okay? Your time is so precious and you'll be very stretched if you're doing too many different things all at the same time, right? And let's not forget our energy. Our energy is very precious, is very sacred. So it's good to just keep focused. For now, when you're starting out, keep focused on one specific niche. And once you become known, then you can explore other passions and enter different spaces, right? There's room to play after people know your name. You can expand even. You can then build up and decide that you want to branch out into different areas. There's room for that because now people know you. You have an audience. There isn't that initial hurdle in the way. The first thing you want to do is to identify that ideal niche, right? So look across all of your passions, look across all of the skill sets that you have, and then see which one is the most profitable, which one is more sustainable, which one can you keep doing years and years and years from now as a business. So find that one thing that has that combination of it's sustainable, right? If you can do it for the long term, it'll be a viable business for a long time. And then the other thing is that it's profitable as well, that people actually want to purchase this service. It's not something that, you just like to do. It has to be something that people actually want and would seek you out for help. They would go to you as a client. So start first with that ideal balance, that ideal mixture. And then the next thing you want to do is ground yourself into that one service, ground yourself into that niche. Once your business is off and running, then you can expand, then you can scale up, then you can do more. Take, for instance, Rihanna. Rihanna started as a singer. We knew her as singer Rihanna, and she built an audience, she built a fan base, and people love her. If you're a Riri fan, you love Riri. And she started off singing, and then she decided to venture out into acting. She got into acting, okay? People accepted her as an actress. So now she's a singer-actress. And then she ventured out even further, and she decided that I'm going to start a makeup brand. And okay, we were along for the ride. She started makeup. Her fan base followed and started wearing it and embracing its unique qualities, which are aligned with her, the Riri essence. And then she decided, you know what, not enough. I'm going to venture into the lingerie line. I'm doing fashion. So she ventures out even more, and now she has this amazingly successful lingerie company that's just doing ridiculously well, you know? So she's created all these different brands, and all along the way her audience were there for the ride because they believed in her. They not only believed in her, but they're sold into her brand. They were sold into her brand from the very beginning. When she started as a singer, she distinguished herself. Her brand stood out. She stood out because it was edgy, it was unique, it was being sassy, and she's on her free-spirited life. That same unique quality carried on into all her different brands, and that's why it was successful, because she had a core base already along for the ride. We're here for it. That is what you want to do for your business. And if you love Riri's career trajectory and you're like, that's where I'm aspiring to be, I want to be a multi-hyphenate, then comment below and just say Riri the way, and let's keep that conversation going, because I see you, and I get it. So you may be wondering, okay, that's great. Now, how do I go about doing that? How can I now pull all my passions together? Well, there are two options. You've got two options, two ways in which you can do this. One is to combine your passions in a way that makes sense. As long as the passions that you're combining are within the same space, within the same umbrella, then it makes sense to combine the two. For instance, let's say that you're a therapist, but then you're also really good at guiding meditation and you love doing both. That can work hand in hand pretty nicely because the two are so closely related. Perhaps part of your practice is to offer therapy sessions that maybe begin with a meditation session, or a couple of minutes in which you're guiding your client into a meditative state, and then it leads into the full-on therapy session. That makes sense, and that's combining your passions in that way and creating a unique experience, by the way. Another way in which you can do this is if you are a web designer who also loves to do graphic design. That is a brilliant combination right there because the two are so closely related, and clients often look for both. They're looking for the two. And the way in which you can offer this is if you are designing a website, but then you also do the graphic designs for the banners and the icons. And then your clients are getting more services because they have you offering them this unique experience, which, by the way, is what I did in my own business, and it has worked. So it doesn't have to be complicated. You can combine your skills, you can combine your passions, as long as it is still under that same one umbrella and it makes sense, then you're not going to confuse people, because if anything, they're getting an enhanced experience. Option number 2 is to use your additional passion or your passions as the icing on your brand experience. Use it to add flavor to the experience of working with you. For instance, let's say that you are a fitness coach and you're also a fan of fashion, right? You love fashion, you love fitness. What do you do with the two? So what you can do is, in the content that you're creating, when you arrive on camera, you can dress in fitness apparel that speaks to your personality. So whether you're a little bit more flamboyant, you can dress with brightly colored fitness clothing. And if you're a little bit more sophisticated, then you can use that style and showcase that. And then people see, oh, well, she's dolled up. She usually does her hair. Your unique approach, the brand experience, it resonates. And that really helps you to fast track the connection with your ideal clients, because they'll look at you and say, of course, can you give me all the skills? I mean, that's what trainers do. But what's making you stand out is that the way in which you do it. So use that to your advantage. Another example is if you love cooking and you're also a musician. Believe it or not, you can combine the two. So let me show you. Again, we're gonna make sure that this it's putting icing on the cake, right? Icing on the cake, that is you. So how we do this is if you're into cooking and what you're doing is you're putting lessons, your content on camera on your recipes and foods that you're making or what you're baking, whichever direction your business is taking, use your music in your content. So maybe your music is playing in the background as you're cooking and baking, and so people get a sense of, oh, that's your music, and you mentioned that and you're like, oh, let me put on some nice music while we're here cooking together. That's another way in which you can connect with your ideal clients. You can use these many passions within a single brand that is cohesive and makes sense. At this point, you may be thinking to yourself that I'm ready to take a deep dive into figuring out how do I juggle all my many passions. Then I encourage you to click on the link below this description. I have a course called The Product Is You. And The Product Is You, we go really in depth into niching. We walk through this step by step on what setting up a business that feels good to you. What does that look like? How do you do that? How do you validate your offer? You'll learn how to create an authentic brand and business while setting you up for content creation and marketing strategies that will allow you to attract your ideal clients. We walk this through the whole process. We go through this whole process step by step by step. Once again, the link for more information is down below, so check that out. If this video was helpful for you, then like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can keep seeing videos like this one in your feed. And if you have other thoughts, comment below. I would love to keep the conversation going. And of course, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.